Hello my gorgeous Pisces, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you my precious Pisces, and it's for January 2019. So it's for you my gorgeous Pisces, and it's for January 2019. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is going to be the month when there are certain movements are going to happen, and these movements that are going to happen are just going to have a wonderful impact on you, because this is going to be the beginning of your own awakening. This is going to be the beginning of your own personal power, which is just going to help you to clarify certain situations and certain problems that you have been going through throughout 2018, and especially when it comes to emotional imbalance, and especially when it comes to the certain areas, when it comes to certain things not really happening as quick as you would want to happen, especially when it comes to your own personal development, work, career, finances, and things like that. This is going to be absolutely incredible, the beginning of the new year for you Pisces, my beauties. This is just the beginning. I cannot stress how important this year 2019 is going to be for you, but it's all going to start unfolding right this month, January 2019. Basically, when it comes to the actual number, it is number 4. Apology. It is number 6. Sorry. When it comes to the actual number, numerology, it is a number 6. Number 6, it's all about you dealing with a problem, certain problem in your life that was actually part of your problem, part of the certain negativities all the way from June 2018. This problem was rather enhanced. Now, what number 6 means? Number 6 means that a really big problem is basically a really big issue that you had so far is coming to an end. But this issue, this problem was a little bit bigger than you could have possibly imagined, because this is just something that was kind of preventing you from seeing or from focusing, or the bottom line is it was preventing you from seeing the whole picture. And this is when the focus, what I said before, that it's coming through and it's just going to make certain things to you crystal clear, and that is just going to be absolutely life-changing. Number six means success when it comes to finances, success when it comes to career, success when it comes to your personal power, and success when it comes to your own spirituality. It is all about the right combination of all these energies that are about to come into your sign. This is really good, because this is not something that just happened overnight. This is all direct results of your hard work and of your efforts indeed. And also it is going to be the situation that is going to happen this month, and it is going to be karmically very important situation where you're going to be tested. You're going to need to help someone. There is someone that is going to need your help this month. If you're able to help in whichever way you can help to somebody who may be like a less fortunate than yourself, please do so. I'm not saying that you wouldn't do this normally, but I'm just saying that this is going to be quite significant and powerful karmic time, where at the same time you're going to be tested, okay? And this is going to be the ultimate universe test that you are going to be having, and you're going to go through. As more as you give, the more you're going to get back. I'm not telling you to give everything you have or anything like that. No. Please don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm just saying, if somebody needs a little bit of help from you in whichever way you can help them, just go for it, because this is going to be really good time. And also this is going to be the turnaround time for you, my beautiful Pisces. And as I said, it is this success that you're going to have, this material gain that you are going to have, it is going to be very much so connected to your work, to your career, and to your finances. This in itself is going to be the new start for you. This in itself is going to bring the whole new choice into your life. This in itself is going to be the new beginning for you. On another hand, that is just going to give you the full control over the situation. It is going to bring a new strength. It is going to bring new courage, and it is also going to bring lots of energy. It is absolutely perfect month to actually go and do those things that you wanted to do in a really long time, but you felt that you didn't have enough confidence, you felt like you didn't have enough power and things like that. Now it's the time, because you're gonna have so much confidence, and as more as you do, the more happy with yourself you're gonna be. As more as you try, the more excited you're happy with and happy with your progress you're actually going to be. Very, very good indeed. Anything new that you wanted to try, just go for it. Now is the time to jump in the water and start to swim. Jump into water and swim as deep as you can. Jump into the water and swim as far as you can. Okay? Don't worry about learning how to swim. You're Pisces, you know how to swim. Just go for it. This is all going to be so significant this month indeed. When it comes to the actual health, the energy levels are going to be actually really good. And I've already mentioned this energy levels. So when it comes to the mental health, physical health, and your spirituality, this is going to be all equally important because the balance is going to be absolutely perfect indeed. So you're going to feel very happy, you're going to feel very optimistic, you're going to feel like very capable. I'm not saying you're not capable, but I'm saying that you're just going to find yourself being able to achieve so much, and you're going to find yourself like doing things and saying things that you're going to surprise yourself. Oh my God, I can't believe I said this. That's why it's just absolutely perfect month to try something new, try something different, add different things into your life. Okay, now going on to the actual first date that you are going to have this month is going to be on the 2nd of January. Well, the 2nd of January is just going to start with you just kind of realizing something about someone who you're just not going to be able to understand. Why did they react, or why did they act in a certain way? And that is just going to kind of throw you out of balance a little bit, and then it's just going to be connected to so much to you kind of wishful thinking, and you partially being surprised with sometimes people reacting in a certain way, and partially this is going to be really important learning experience for you here. On another hand, when it comes to the actual work and apprenticeship is going to be very significant here. You will want to learn quickly, you will want to learn, you're going to feel like you want to kind of like start learning something new. So there is a need to learn, need to progress, and this is really good because it's so much to do with what you do now in your life, what are you focusing now, and just taking it all on the next level, on the next direction. Okay, and also what else I was going to say, an important time indeed, like for those of you who wanted to like kind of take a career on the next step, or for those of you who wanted to focus on the finances and things like that. Although there is somebody going to be here who is actually going to be your perfect model, kind of perfect model when it comes to you focusing on somebody, perfect model when it comes to your own personal accomplishment, because there is somebody in particular that is going to influence you, and this person is going to be absolutely the right person to influence you indeed. Okay, so now the second date that I was going to mention to you is actually going to be on the 13th of January, 13th. It's my accent. Okay, so the 13th of January is just going to, this is going to be a weird day, but in a completely different way, this is going to be a weird day, because this is just gonna kind of, for once, there is a conclusion, a really important conclusion that you're going to have. That conclusion that you're going to have is going to be major, because the huge problem is at the same time going to come at the end with that particular conclusion that you're going to have. On another hand, you can also expect a very unusual situation to happen. You're going to be part of the very unusual, very different situation, which is going to make you feel like you're surrounded by certain people or in certain environment for the first time, which is going to require from you to act or react in a certain way. And once you react in a certain way, something is going to happen. This is going to be the new beginning, the new turning point for you, because it is also going to become your own turning point. Something very important is going to happen here. This day is going to be absolutely huge for you. By the end of the 13th of January, by the end of the day, as I said, the resolution of the problem is going to be there, beautiful conclusion, and also in itself it's going to have a beautiful healing effect on you, and you're going to feel very satisfactory results indeed. And also one more thing that I wanted to say, the 13th of January, it's also going to bring a really important compromise, and you will want to reconnect and connect with the people in your life to celebrate something, celebrate a new stage. The third important the third important date is going to be on the 26th of January. Now the 26th of January is going to bring like a a little bit of a complete, like a little sudden change with a certain aspect in your life that you didn't really think that it's going to develop in that particular way. But at the same time, it's going to be like a little bit of a downfall, and it's going to make you feel like a little bit, oh no, uneasy, and it's going to make you feel like a little bit, just a little tiny bit scared. The water is going to be too dark at around that day, on that day, and it is just like a little bit of darkness that is just going to also, on the other hand, bring like a little sudden change. And then that sudden change is just going to make you abandon certain stage, and certain things in your life are going to come to an end. But this is going to be really, really good. And important to say is also that this is an important time of judgment, okay? So you need to remember that whatever happens on the 26th of January, you need to forgive and forget. You need to forgive and forget. This is so important because it is just important for your personal evolution, for your personal power, and for your personal advancement, indeed, and for your own personal healing. So you see, that's why it's just so important to not to hold any grudge, and just to forgive and forget. When we are going through this emotional situations and and emotional stages in life like this, like we are going through, I highly suggest to have a look at this beautiful, gorgeous amethyst. You see, this is new in my range, and this comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. I highly suggest you to wear an amethyst pendant throughout January and February, because this is a really good crystal to actually use its power, harness its power in order to protect yourself from negative energy, from negative people. But it's also very important it's going to help us to keep us in balance, and to keep us sharp, to keep our energy sharp. And if we do come across like a negative situations, like a setbacks and things like this, then it just kind of makes us feel in a certain way, and then it just messes up with our energies like a little bit. And that's why I highly recommend to wear like an amethyst, because it's just going to help you like to protect yourself, to protect your power, and at the same time to keep your balance, so you can say the right things, you can do the right things. And especially if you have a certain things to do that are really important, this is why I highly recommend to wear an amethyst indeed. And the link is in the description below if you would like to buy this. Okay, so now excuse me, now going on the first part of the actual January 2018, the first 2019, look at me, 18. If I say 18, obviously I mean 19. I have to get used to it. Okay, so the first week of January 2019 is just going to actually it is going to bring like a little business mind, like it's going to bring like a little responsible mind, business mind. It is going to be all about your own personal growth, not only when it comes to your spirituality, but when it comes to your business, when it comes to your finances. This is the power that you are going to feel. This is the power that you are going to have. This is the energy that is going to be driving you towards a change. You will feel like you want change. You will feel like you want to ruffle those feathers a little bit and just bring some kind of excitement into your life by doing the same things, focusing on the same things, but then again, just kind of trying to reach things further as you can. That in itself is going to bring a swift change, also when it comes to your feelings, also when it comes to your optimism, also when it comes to your energy. And you will be able to kind of this energy is going to become very beautiful and very infection, and your family and the people around you are going to be able to kind of benefit from this energy as well. There is going to be a very good news that a very important family member or person in your life is actually going to have. If you haven't got a family, then this is going to be somebody who means to you so much, so it's showing like a family member. There is a beautiful news that you are going to have a step in the right direction, that you're just going to love this so much, and you're going to be able to relax after this point, because you were worrying about this certain stage or certain person, or about a certain stage in certain person's life. Also, what I was going to say very, very quickly, you're going to realize at the beginning of January that your life is just going to start changing. And this is actually really, really good, because you've been waiting for this for quite a long time. You're going to realize in moderation, the things are going to happen, the things are going to start happening, unfolding for you. But at the same time, It is going to be connected to the new beginning, huge, massive new beginning connected to you wanting to travel, make a certain trip or journey, but also at the same time, you will want to learn, you will want to do new things, you will want to start new things, you will feel connected, like you will feel so energized when it comes to you just doing things in life that are actually a little bit different, but they're so much connected to you, what you do, your financial situation, and also when it comes to finances, my goodness, this is going to be brilliant, and I cannot stress enough how good month this is actually going to be for you, because this month is just going to reflect on the rest of the year. This is just going to be the beginning, but it's just going to be the part and the beginning of the big, beautiful full circle. Financially, this is going to be brilliant, because there is just going to be your own victory and mental clarity, and especially when it comes to your finances, everything that you worked for so long for, now it's all going to start paying off indeed. My Pisces, time to swim. And also it's important, like maybe you were looking for a job, maybe you didn't have a job, maybe you couldn't find a job, so now this is the month when you just focus and concentrate as much as you can, because this wonderful shift of energy is just going to surprise you and bring you something so beautiful and so valuable into your life that is just going to become like a whole new direction indeed. The second part of January 2019, it's also going to be very much so you will feel to your home, connected to your home. You will start kind of feeling very much so certain energies that you didn't feel in a really long time, and then you're just going to start noticing things you didn't notice in a long time, and this is because there was a slight cloud of energy that was preventing you to see things crystal clear. So it is going to be quite nice to actually focus on home arrangements and things like that, but also there is going to be a really big change that you will want to make when it comes to your home, and you're going to start feeling very, very drawn to your change, and that change that you want to do, you can only do with other people or when other people are involved in your life, and also balance, because there is going to be a really wonderful balance that you are going to have. Mid-January, it's also going to bring a wonderful reconnection with a certain people in your life, and the realization that you are very resourceful indeed in order to get where you want to get in your life when it comes to your own personal success. This is going to be wonderful news that you are going to have, and that news is going to be about your own security and power, and that is going to require from you in the mid-January like to kind of step back from the situation and have a little think about it. Your intuition is going to be very strong, so you need to kind of like have this little moment, go and meditate, go into the forest, have a little reconnection, go and touch the ground, connect yourself with the nature. And this is when we are really, really psychic, and sometimes we can just walk through the forest, and this energy is so beautiful. It's very cleansing, but it's very spiritual. The forest is full of wonderful spirits, and we are part of all this, and that's why our energy is just so enhanced when we are walking through the forest, you see. And this is why I need you to have a little reconnection and connection like this, because that by the end of the January 2019 is just going to bring you a really interesting idea what to do and which way to go and what steps to get in order to actually move on with your life when it comes to the certain things that didn't change for absolute ages. The third part of January, it's also going to bring the situation where something is going to happen in between 2 or 3 people that are going to be around you. This is not going to be connected to the people in your life, but it's going to be somebody at work or wherever you do hobby or wherever you go to see people like on a regular basis. There are like about 3 or 4 people are going to be involved with a certain situation where you're going to react in a certain way, and your stamina is going to be just tested in such a way where you're going to have to rise above the situation and just kind of don't go low, just rise above the situation. So in other words, if there are any arguments or something like that you're part of, that you're close by or something like that, just try to rise above the situation and try to not to go low by following the low vibration of an argument or something like that. You can just rise above the situation, and this is my advice is going to be But also on another hand, this is going to be quite good for you because it's going to make you realize something really good, that you're going to need to be much sharper when it comes to certain situations and certain stages in your life. And also that in itself is going to bring you indecisive situation, and that indecisive situation is just going to be with you just doing a little bit more, with you doing things a little bit different in your life, okay? And this in itself is just going to bring a wonderful synchronicity, and it's going to make you realize that there is going to be the a really important realization and news. It's going to come through somebody who is like an authoritative person, an authoritative figure, an authoritative situation in your life. It's going to bring you really wonderful news, really powerful news, really good news by the end of the January 2019, and that news is going to be huge. That news is going to be big. That news is going to be powerful. It's going to make you feel like really fantastic, really happy, really excited about a new stage in your life, and it's a lot to do with your own practicality and security and your life in general. Very, very good indeed. Now, what else I was going to say is that now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm just going to basically connect to those of you Pisces that are actually in relationship. Okay, those Pisces that are in relationship. Okay, now those Pisces that are in relationship, you see, I just need you to kind of like take care of your partner this month, because your partner is going to be subject to someone trying to trick them into something. Please, try to say to your partner not to start something huge. Try to say to your partner not to start something big. Try to say to your partner not to have negotiations or to buy something, not to buy something really big and important this month, okay? In January 2019. February is going to be absolutely fine, but January is just not going to be good, because I can see a little snake around that person. I can see somebody really negative around that person that is actually try to kind of use your partner for something, or maybe they will try to lie about something, they will try to be dishonest about something. And it's just that person is very much so connected to somebody who's very using people, somebody who's like thinking about the money, somebody who has got like a really low vibration. So I just need to make sure that you kind of take care of your partner. And I'm not saying that you're just around your partner and just like screaming at everybody who comes close to them or something like that. For goodness sake, no, of course not. But I'm just saying, if your partner is, I just warn your partner and just make sure that your partner doesn't talk about personal details, personal things to people throughout the months. And if you do have if your partner has got a really important negotiations and things like that, try to leave them aside, try to ignore them, try to these negative situations, try to if your partner wants to sign something new, a really big contract or something like that, then try to do it in February, okay? Because there is somebody who's going to be very dishonest and is going to try to trick your partner into something, so you have to be very careful, okay? On another hand, if you can't, then if you can't change your date, then just basically this is going to be the time, this is going to be the moment when you can do nothing about it. But I would highly suggest maybe to wear something like an amber. You see, it's a tree resin, okay? It's not like a crystal or a stone technically, but this is a tree resin, and it's very, very old indeed. And it contains this particular energy that has got a wonderful impact on us when we are wearing it, which means that it makes us feel really grounded. On another hand, it makes us feel really protected. On another hand, when we are like surrounded by the people that don't mean us well, we sometimes, if we don't have a protection, that can affect our energy, and we can say all sorts of things that we didn't mean to say, but just not those things that we wanted to say. So that's why amber in this situation is really, really important. So if your partner has to kind of sign something, start something new this month, then I would just highly suggest you get them like an amber. This comes with a sterling silver setting and a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below, and this can help your partner. On another hand, as I said, if they can't wait for another time like February or March, then just at least protect yourself. On another hand, there is, by the end of the month, it's actually going to be something really good, because your partner is actually going to come with some kind of idea, and that idea is going to be really, really good indeed. That idea is going to be really, really exciting exciting time for both of you, but also it's going to require from both of you to do something different in order to get there. You're going to need to change something. And also there's a certain journey that I can see you planning to book this month. Just go for it. Okay, so now I'm going to the Pisces that are single. Now it's Pisces that are single, and it's January 2019. Well, this is it. Now, with the Pisces that are single, you are going to be actually really, as I said, this is going to be quite busy months. This is going to be quite important months. I can see you focusing on your home. I can see you focusing on your accomplishments. This is going to make you feel so good about yourself. I'm not saying that you're going to be too busy, like when it comes to love life and when it comes to finding people. No. In fact, I can actually see you talking to people. I can see you meeting people. I can see you being surrounded by people. I know I've been seeing this for a while, and this is still going to be the case this month, when you are going to be the part of the scenario where there are going to be people around you that you haven't seen before. There are going to be like certain strangers around you that I haven't seen before, and there is someone in particular is just going to become very significant for you, very significant to you, and somebody is going to be very intriguing when it comes to that. And there is something that you're not going to be quite right about that person, you know, like when there's something about someone, but you just can't pinpoint exactly, you know, can't put your finger exactly what it is. So it is going to be your intuition will be warning you, your subconscious mind will be warning you, spirit guides will be warning you. It is a great time to flirt. It is a great time to have fun. It is a great time to go out and meet people, because there is something interesting that you are going to discover and rediscover about yourself this month. But above all, you are going to first, it's very complicated this month, because first you're going to have to let someone go in your mind. This is another thing that I was going to say. Someone is going to again pop out in your mind. Somebody is going to come to try to come back into your life. To those of you that are single Pisces, but this person is not meant to be there. This person, your journey, spiritual journey came to an end with this person. So this is very important for me to say. Sometimes people split up. Sometimes people end a relationship, and sometimes they just need to kind of find themselves in this world, and then they realize that their spiritual journey are meant to be back together with that person. It does happen sometimes, because we sometimes need different things from different people in our lives, in our spiritual journeys. But in this particular case, you definitely came to an end, or nothing ever happened, and it's not even meant to happen. So this is also what is going to happen, the realization. But on another hand, there is someone else that is going to come through what I said. Someone else is going to manifest, and someone else you're going to feel like maybe it's not the right person. And that's exactly what you should listen to. Listen to your mind, listen to your thoughts. This is not the right person for you. Okay, so this is what I want to warn you, to have a fun, to not to do things, you know, like seriously, it's fine, but I'm just trying to let you know to be careful, not to be hurt, because there is just somebody that is not going to be the right person that is going to kind of come into your life, or try to come into your life. Okay, so a couple of things. The past, someone from the past will need to go. The realization in your mind that that person will need to go, okay, this is going to be a very important starting point for you. Okay, that's the one thing. And the second thing, as I said, is that there is someone new, brand new, going to manifest themselves. They're going to be very interesting, very sexy, very, very powerful in so many different ways. But as I said, you will be able to tell that something is not right. And this is because that person is not going to be right to you. But out of all that, there is going to be a very powerful realization that you are going to have about yourself, about your love life, about your partners, and about what you want to do next. You see, about how you can incorporate all these things together. And this is what's the most important here, the actual realization that you are going to have at the end of January 2019, by the end of January 2019. Okay, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Pisces, I love you to bits. I wish you the happiest new year ever. Happy holidays. Okay, I wish you all the best. Thank you ever so much for sticking with me all this time, and I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light. Mwah. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.